Hey there folks, welcome to this video, and here I'm going to be talking about the news in the FIA World Rally Championship today. 3 weeks before Rally Monte Carlo gets underway, and M Sport have confirmed their lineup for this season. They will have 2 cars competing the full season, that is Esa-Pekka Lappi and Teemu Suninen. And for 9 rounds, so Monte, Mexico, Argentina, Portugal, Sardinia, Finland, Turkey, Germany and Wales, they'll also have Gus Greensmith. And in this video, I'm going to briefly talk about this lineup. M Sport are boasting it as the average age of 25 and the average age of the engineers at 30 and a team principal who's 35. They're boasting themselves as the kind of young team, which is weird given the fact that they're pretty much the old guard of the WRC, and they've competed every season in the World Rally Car era. But it's a very interesting lineup, and especially for them to have 3 cars at most events. So what I'm going to do first is talk about the 2 drivers that they've got for the full season, EP and Teemu. And I'm also going to talk about this 3rd program with Gus, and see where else he could open up to different things. So firstly, Esa-Pekka Lappi will be the team leader, and M Sport are boasted about how they last drove a Fiesta in 2012 when they did the clean sweep of victories in an S2000 Fiesta. And in comparison with Teemu, they have Jarmo Lehtinen as the co-driver. So it's quite a big deal for them to have Jarmo on board, given that he was co-driver to Mikko Hirvonen. And they're also boasted about the fact that it's an all-Finnish lineup. It will be the first time they've had this since 2011, when they had Mikko Hirvonen and Jari-Matti Latvala. But between 2006 and 2011, it was always a Finnish lineup for them, because they also had Marcus Gronholm before they promoted Jari-Matti to the top flight team. And they've looked at the statistics of this, of 2 championships, 31 victories, 99 podiums, and 592 stage wins between those 3 drivers in that time period. And it's quite interesting, because Toyota Gazoo Racing was seen as the Finnish team. When they started in 2017, their 3 drivers were Jari-Matti Latvala, Esa-Pekka Lappi, and Juha Hänninen. And in addition to that, they've now got Kalle Rovanperä, but they've also had Marcus Gronholm drive for the team, for example. They're based in Finland. They have Tomi Mäkinen as their team principal, and they have Kai Lindström as one of the directors. So the fact that M Sport's the one that's boasting the Finnish lineup is quite interesting. It'll be quite fascinating to see how this car does with these drivers this season. I reckon they'll be challenging for victories, if not picking up a victory or 2. And as for Gus, you have to feel happy for him to be able to get this kind of drive. I know there are a lot of people who criticise Gus of being a kind of paid driver, because the sponsorship that he brings in from Crown Oil is something that can help fund the career. But it's enough to be able to provide a funding that gives him 9 rounds in WRC, and on top of that, he has shown some impressive skill as well. Whilst he wasn't exactly up to speed in a World Rally Car, you have to remember that his first proper World Rally Car experience was at full pace in Finland, and then he had Germany as well. In the WRC2 Pro, he did quite well last season, for example in Turkey, even though he had a bit of a Colin McRae moment right at the end of the rally and went off. But he still won. And I'd be interested to see how he does this season. I reckon that Gus will be able to deliver strong points finishes, especially in the tougher events, so Mexico, Argentina, Sardinia, and maybe Turkey as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing what M Sport will do, and see if they decide to bring in this 3rd car for the remaining 4 or maybe 5 rounds of the championship, because we don't know if it's going to be 14 or 13. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this, especially if you don't agree with me, because it shows how much you like this content, please hit the like button, because that way it means that more people can actually see it. It boosts my kind of profile on here, talk about these kinds of matters. And thank you so much for watching. If you would like to stick around, just hit the subscribe button. I do motorsport content and some sim racing content as well, pretty much on a daily basis, with a couple of videos doing other little different bits and pieces. You can hit the bell notification to stay notified of any future uploads and any future streams, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.